Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. It's Angela, the Traveling Crafter. I hope you guys are all doing well today. I am doing swimmingly. Oh, I just put too much lotion on my hands. Oh, goodness. Let me tell you what we're going to do today. What do you need? Absolutely nothing. Unless you happen to have a book handy that may resemble what I've got in front of me. Or any other book that might have some patterns and designs on it. And as you probably figured out from the title, I am going to talk to you about budget-friendly alternatives to pattern paper. So not everybody has the means, meaning they might not have the shops around them, the places to go to get scrapbook paper or pads of paper, or they're very limited. They also may not have the funds in order to purchase said pattern paper. So what we're going to talk about are some ways, and I think I have several ideas on how we can do some different things with different mediums, and we'll probably do some more videos. But today specifically, we're going to talk about quilt books. I know it's kind of weird because you're like, well, if I can't find pattern paper, where am I going to find quilt books? I don't know about in your area, but in mine, there are an abundance of quilt books, quilt pattern books, quilt design books, quilt magazines in my thrift stores. So if you have $1 or $2 and you can find one of these, I would say pick them up. Now, this particular one, in full disclosure, I do have a haul where I talk about this. I just got this yesterday when my son and I went out and did a little shopping for him, and we went to Half Price Books. And this was a little bit more. It was, I think, $6.49 or something like that. But I bought it specifically for the content that I'll show you, as well as the cover. So what I intend to do with this, just so you know, I started pulling this apart and I got all this stuff apart and I was like, well, why did I do that? I could have done something different, but I didn't. So we're just going to roll with it. So here was my thought as I was trying to find a solution. Why not make this cover into a book about quilts? Now, I think I might do this differently. And I think where my head is going is that I'm going to take off the cover, the front and back cover. But look at this. Look how gorgeous it is right here. So my thought is, if I first was going to, let me turn it. I was going to cut it about right here. And I was going to create it as an altered book, which I'll explain to you in a second. And I was going to leave the spine on it. Well, then as I started kind of flipping through and easy use, I thought, no, that won't do it for me. So then I thought, well, I'll still cut it here. I'll make it into ring bound because I like the idea of it being a flip up. And I did this with the December daily journal that I did, Christmas one. And what's cool about it is it will stand on its own. So you can flip the pages over and then you've got a stand. So if you wanted to do like a December daily or a 365-day, journaling kind of book, you could do that. So what I ended up with, I believe, is, and I'll do this off camera, I'm just going to cut this entire spine off here, and then I'll do the same in the back here, and I'm going to need to do a little bit of work there, and I'm going to leave it the width that it is, and when I take those off, it should be about 9.5. So I like that size, and I think I will make it about 10 inches. I could go a little bit shorter. I could go 9, but I will go somewhere between 9 and 10 inches. 10 might be a little smidgy too long. I could split it in the middle and do 9.5. But anyway, I will cut that. I will use my handy dandy Tough Built Scraper utility knife. I love this thing. And here's what it does. There you go. Oops. There you go. It works wonderfully. So I will do that off camera. And I think what we will maybe do is do this together. So to combine both my ideas, what I want to do is still do this as an altered book. So I'm going to take the covers off. I am going to leave the pages that are left just like they are for right now. But I am going to make these so they hinge on the top, so I can use my book rings at the top. And then instead of creating pages like, say I'm going to do a pocket that looks like this, and then it goes like that. I'm just doing it for example. And I would have left it in the book and then, you know, glued it together. Now I have a big pocket and I have tucks or whatever. I'm going to do all of my pages in the reverse as if I'm folding them, or I'm attaching them and hinging them here. So the binding will be up here and all of my pages will be, hopefully, if it goes to plan, altered and put in so that I'm using all of these pages inside. It's going to be a challenge. It's going to be different. I know that probably doesn't make total sense to you because I'll have to rip the pages out in order to make these altered pages. But we're going to use as much as we can that's left in this book. That was a very long explanation of what we're going to do. But what I want to show you today is quickly 15, I think I have 15, around 15 things that you can do with the pages that you might find in a book such as this. Now let's just look at some of these examples. And these are pretty big. So I just whipped a few up. They're nothing, you know, really that you probably haven't seen me do before or haven't tried yourself. But it's a way of looking at things very differently because we're talking about patterns, right? And there's lots and lots of patterns in these quilts. For example, this particular page. So you can use these just as though it were a piece of scrapbook paper. If you don't have scrapbook paper, you are out and about, you're traveling like I do, and you're like, I really want to work on a project, go find a book, whether it's a quilt book or something else that is full of pattern ideas, and go for it. One other thing that we've done a lot of is with magazines, and we've done lots of collage. So we'll do some more videos on that. But today I want to focus on the quilt book. So I first found these pages. So this was one like I just showed you. So that's all of that is beautiful pattern. I kept this American tradition because these pages are, I believe they were 13 and a little bit more. Yeah, 13 and a quarter. So when folded, they make awesome signatures just how they are. The cool part about this is if you have a subject that you like, if it's not quilts, it might be some photography or whatever. Those tabletop books are great to use because a lot of them have descriptions of what it, here, I went like this, of what the book is about. So this is kind of cool because it talks all about the quilt construction, and you can use these as your actual page. So don't just discard these as being something that, oh, it's just words, I don't, you know, won't really work. These actually can be great just signatures as they are. So there's one way. We're going to leave this open and we'll put all the things in there. The other thing I was working on that I thought would be really cool in the actual journal is a lot of the quilts in this book, if you can tell, they were images of a quilt laid out or hung up, however they photographed them, and they make perfect pages. So this particular one has another quilt on the back. And so I cut out the shape of this quilt. I can do something with the bottom of this to make it maybe a pocket, maybe, you know, add some pretties on it. So I can just leave it as it is. Someone could journal all the way around this. It would be really adorable. I did keep the, this is called a 9-patch postage stamp miniature piece quilt. It's circa 1870 from Kentucky. And it tells about the size of this. So I just kept it because I thought, I might be able to do something with that and enhance it, maybe put something at the bottom, so it would be kind of cute. So using those big images as your actual scrapbook paper, if you didn't like what was on the back, you could always cover it with a piece of plain paper, of coffee dye. Lots of different ideas for that. This is just part of the dust jacket, and it's not even very straight or even, but I just stuck that on a piece of file folder, and you know, it could be a belly band or something, but we'll use it, right? The next thing I'm going to show you is this is a result of something else I'm going to show you in just a second. But this happened to be, when I cut this out, they kind of matched up fairly well with 2 different quilt patterns. So these are all actual pictures that were, taken, like I said, like the other one. So they just happened to line up. And I thought, well, I can make this out into a pocket and do something that way, and then make something that kind of slides in that is highlighted, or, put acetate behind it. Or I can leave it open if I wanted. I could, make this into something still with acetate, leave this for writing if I wanted. But I thought I would just kind of leave it as it is for right now, because it's got lots of options. So there's yet another idea. And then that was a result of this. So just punching out your circles. I made this into, we've done these before with circles. There's so many fun things you could do with them. But this one is just a belly band. Remember, we made faux buttons out of just circles. You could do that with these too. And you could just layer a few on top of them, or take your design, put it on something a little more sturdy, then punch out your circles and make little buttons out of them. But it's cute on both sides. So another belly band idea. This is two ideas in one. So this is just, you can't really see it anymore because a lot of it is hidden, but these were just a bunch of offcuts of things that I hadn't used. And these are all quilt patterns from those photos. And then I just made it into something pretty on the front. And then on the back, here is another idea. Some of these, let's see, this one, here's a great idea. Here's a great example, You can turn these into little stamps like I did here. And then I just use my little postage stamp. Let me grab a pair of scissors and we'll just make one of these. I think I've got a whole stack of them in here. But aren't these just perfect for that? Like, let's just do one. And we'll leave a little bit of the black on there. I'm making it kind of tiny. Tiny edge. Oops, that's not tiny enough. Tiny edge. There you go. And then you could back it with something. You could just use it like this. These you could make into a belly band just like you did with the circles, and just add all of these there. So think beyond just the entire page. Think of all the little pieces as well. So there's a couple more ideas for you. And then this one, another circle idea. So this was one quilt. This was another quilt. And I just made it into a flower and just used my circles. I just kind of threw it on there and made it into a flower, and then put it on a little pocket. That's just a piece of file folder, and it's ready to roll. So there you go. Those circles, I'm into the circles. Oh, this was the dust jacket as well. And it says America's Glorious Quilts, just like the front of the book does. So I kept that. for something. We'll use it. This was just a piece of, a part of one of the pages. We're going to do a couple of these too. And I just made that into an envelope. And, you know, you could do it either way. But there wasn't a lot pretty on that other side. So this I really love. This is called the double wedding ring. And it is, I cut it out actually around all of the rounded parts and made it into just a little journal card. So that I think will be perfect and tucked in that journal. My thought is, now we already did a scrapbook for my grandma Mo, and it has pictures of lots and lots of her quilts. Here's a bunch of these that could be turned into stamps, and I think there's just a couple of little extra circles left over. So there's all of those. We'll put all these together. But I thought it would be kind of cute to make like a 365-day journal, like each day, not the, not the month, or well, the month and the day, but not, you know what I mean? Like January 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, but not the actual day of the week, like Monday, Tuesday. That way, if somebody wanted to use it over and over, because there will be a lot of space, they could do probably at least a couple of years in that. Or if they wanted to use it to collage in, they could do that as well. Here's another one, just simply folded in half, made into a pocket. And this could be a floating pocket, but it also, I followed the lines of the actual quilt itself that came from the book. Same with this one here. So it's not even. It looks like I need to trim that up a little bit. Let's do that while we're... There we go. So it actually looks a little bit more like it came right out of the book, right? Let's put, well, I should put these back in here because we're going to use all of these for later. This one, I just, again, I did follow the shape of the layout of this. And I just folded that up for now because I think it could make kind of a cool page in the journal. I love that. And then here's the back of it. So I can cover it. I can do something else, incorporate these two with a little bit of something when we actually make it, but there's another idea for you. And then the last idea that I just, and literally this took me maybe 30 minutes to do all of these things that I'm showing you right now. So, I mean, that was just me playing around. Imagine if you spent a good deal of time, go back to all of my book page playlist. There are tons of ideas of things you can do, and you can incorporate that with, or any of them, the tags, the pockets, all of those playlists, you can do with any of these pages, especially when you have a book like this quilt book that has oversized pages. So this one, I just took the quilt photos, cut them each out, and put them on as little stacked pockets. And then I took some other ones, and then I just made double-sided, folded the paper in half. That was all there was to it. And these were all just quilts that were in there, and now I have all these little tags. So you don't have to spend a lot of money. You don't have to have a lot of resources. If you have scissors, you have a book, and you have some glue, you can do all of these things. And like I said, there's at least 15 ideas just off the top of my head, and it took me probably 30 minutes to create that. So let's just go through a couple of these, and then I have to skedaddle because I've got, this is more that dust jacket, so we'll leave that. We might use that for a page too. Like inchies and twinchies, those are just perfect. I wonder what size these are, just out of curiosity. 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches. There we go. So here's just a scrap. And you could use that for collage. Oh, this one. Let's talk about that. Well, okay, I think we want to do something with this one. This is a Masonic ribbon. These are all Masonic ribbons. And it's from, does it say when it's from? Pieced and embroidered. No. Doesn't say. But I thought these would make cute little tiny tags. So this is a crazy, I think a crazy quilt. Except it's not really crazy because it's kind of organized. But we might look at that. This one is Grandmother's Flower. I have a couple of these quilts. One of my favorites. The one reason I really like them, they finished this one by putting all of this and then quilting it onto the backing and having the backing hang over. But you will see quilts like this that are have this edge, and I love those. I love that decorative edge on that. But see, this would be cool as well. You know what? Okay, there's the back. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Well, why not? Why not be crazy? Just because these are handy. Let's just make a simple little envelope out of this. Ooh, that's loud, isn't it? I started to tell you why I have to skedaddle. Today is Wednesday, and I am doing, so see, it's not, these are not straight lines, obviously, because it's the actual quilt. So we're just going to roll with it for the sake of this. And I'm going to go live today on the Makers Market. Well, I'll be on YouTube as well, so when you watch this, it will have already happened, but you can go back and watch it. And I would encourage you to do so because my This, That, and the Chats, I give you all the updates, what's going on in the Makers Market community. I'll talk about some milestones, some folks that have joined. I'll show you some product. I'm also going to be unboxing. Yeah, see, this will work. Okay, let's just do this. This is going to be crooked. But we're not going to work. We're just going to make a sweet little simple envelope. I'm going to be unboxing some of my goodies from my 170 mile yard sales. So you'll definitely want to watch that one. Look at that. Yes, it's crooked because this was not straight. But I don't mind that. Boom, boom. Okay, there's 16 for you. Okay, this I'm going to save because this was the fly page for the inside of the book. And I didn't take that out until the very end. And then I was like, Angela, that was silly. Okay, this is just some file folder. All right, like these would make really cool tags. Let's just make some tags out of these. And here, we'll put these over here. We'll make tags. We'll make tags out of those. Here's another one. This could make a really cool envelope as well. It could also make like that's a nice big, or it could make, you know, a fold out. If I do the journal on the top hinge though, I'll have to do it different. So maybe we want to just save this bit. Save these big pages. Let's do that because I'm sure I'll have something. But look at that. There's your pattern right there. The whole thing. Look at that. Gorgeous. All right, here's the back of this. Let's just take our scissors and let's just get rid of this middle part. So now we will have, we can make these into tags. I mean, you can make tags all day long with this. So that can go in the garbage. See how that, and we're just going to cut right here. So those could be tags too. I'll throw them over here. This would make a great pocket. The other thing that I just thought of, oh, this is more of the pages that talk about the types of quilts. I liked that there. There's some more that we could cut out for stamps. These would be great for a patriotic journal. Oh, look at that. There's the back fly page. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, and that's two-sided. Did I know that? I don't know. Oh, this, I don't think I have anything handy, but this one would be awesome. Let's just see. I won't cut it down. You know, I like to do my chroma collage. Let's see if I can find some people. Where are my peeps? I say this all the time. You guys are probably like, does she really reorganize like that? That much? Yep, I do. People. Okay, here's some people. Yeah, I don't know if there's going to be any people in here that I'm going to want. I don't think many of these are like cut out. So I'm trying to just like, we'll just take this out and see. These are all Temples people, I think. But let's just see. Oh, look it. Isn't that funny? And I kind of like when they don't, they're not realistic. Like, but she looks cute on there, doesn't she? See? Let's whip her on there. Let's see. Let's see who else we got. We got to have sitting people. Look at those little boys. They don't look very happy. She just looks cute. They look like they're kind of cranky. That little baby's cute. Let's see, imagine those ladies. I'm still going with the little girl. It'd be cute to find, I think I'm just going to put the little girl on there for now. And it would be cute to find some little animals to join her on that adorable little yo-yo. This is a yo-yo quilt. Actually, all of those are yo-yos. This is a crazy quilt made into pillows. And then I believe this one might be log cabin right there. I don't know a lot of my quilts, but I know a few. Here we go. We'll pop you on here because you're cuter than a bug's ear. I'm trying to decide, where do I want you? Well, that kind of slid. Oh, and the other thing, this is not, it's not really that shiny. I mean, it's a tad bit matte. It's a little bit shiny, but not really. So there you go. There's another idea. There you go. There's you, little cutie patootie. Okay. I think this would make it cute. Tag as well. I'm just flipping through a few of these that I pulled out. See if there's anything else that comes to my mind. Oh, that's pretty. Now, these you could cut out individually. I'll put you over there. Love that. That's a log cabin. I don't know. That one, it just says hexagons and triangles. So this is the full page. This is the small one. And yes, this is log cabin 1870 to 80. Origin unknown. Cool. Ooh, that's pretty too. But, you know, you could put that together and just use that as your page, right? So we'll save those because I have a feeling this one's cool. That we'll find something. This would be great in a kid's journal. But you guys get the gist. Lots and lots and lots of things. And we're going to play with this a little bit more. You'll have to tell me what your thoughts are. Should we make this whole journal together? What should we do? And And do you like the idea of alternatives to pattern paper? Because we can do more of those. I've got many an idea. What time? I don't even know what time it is. We're gonna just pull this one off here. And we'll put that over here. And just for the sake of doing this, I know that doesn't really go, but I like it, so I'm going for it. And I'll probably just turn it that way and grab a pencil. So I just know where to stop gluing, because I'm going to just glue it down with glue stick. Yeah, so I was organizing, and I was putting things in that new pattern cabinet that Dave surprised me with, the one that I said, I think I need this, and you guys all were wonderfully enabling. Well, he surprised me and bought it. If you watch the live, I'm going to be talking about that a little bit, because I've had people ask. So I'm kind of combining some things and trying to reconfigure a little bit. I'll tell you what, there's a lot of storage in that. All right, I'm just going to let that dry for a second. And then we might as well stick one of these on there, because we got what happened to my glue. So yeah, I've been putting things away in there, and it's working really well. I haven't labeled anything, so I'm thinking, oh gosh, I really hope I can remember where everything is if I need it. But I still have several empty drawers. Oh, they'll be filled for sure, but and I have a small stack of beads and, you know, things like that that need to be rehomed, but I don't know. They won't fit in there as they are, and I've sorted all those, so there's not a chance, and you know, there's not a chance that I'm going to take them all out and just shove them in so they fit in those drawers. So those will probably have to be rehomed somewhere else in the room, so we shall see. All right, so this is very similar to, okay, no, you're not collaging, but the collage is already done for you. I mean, it's already right here. So essentially what we're doing is creating a giant collage with one piece of paper and then cutting it into tags. It's that easy. And I'm just cutting that down, so hopefully it will just fit nicely on here. And I just like to go, I like to do it on the file folder, just because I don't like it when the paper gets all curly, and this glue stick works best on this. I also unearthed more flippin' adhesive. Of course, it's not the Fabri-Tac or the art glitter glue, but lots more glue sticks and ay, ay, ay. All right. Now let's just, this is risky. I better not do that. All right, now I'm going to get my, let's do this one. See, I told you that was risky. And we got to cut here. I felt like there was a piece that was not quite maybe. And I even found a new home for my Switch. So, it's out. I mean, it's on the counter with my Cricut. So, we can do that a little bit later. So that was nice. Let's see. Maybe I'll use it more. I doubt it, but you never know. 9 1/4 by 8 1/4. All right, we're just going to do them this way. We'll just do 3-inch, 2 3-inch tags, and then one a little bigger. Perfect. Now we've got 3 tags. Look how cute those are. All right, let's do these, though, into something. Let's do these into small ones, because they ain't going to be... Oh, I should probably cut this off. I'll just do it up here. Yeah, just getting back into my craft room, so it feels like it's been forever. And then, is it next week? 17th. Is that next week? I don't know. My dates have been all messed up. Let me just tell you that. Kids move into their apartment. So, we're in pretty good shape. Getting them ready to roll. I kind of wanted to make like maybe there's another one. Maybe these will be better. Let's do this one. So I kind of want to do a couple of these. I know this seems wasteful, but I'll use it for something. Put it in my scraps. I want to kind of do these single because I do need, on occasion, tiny tags. And so it's these are just perfect for that. Yeah, I like these. Maybe we'll leave that one. Cut this little. There we go. So now we have some little ones too. But all of these will make great little tags. And all we need to do with these is just barely clip them. Pop a little hole in there. And bada bing, bada boom. So there's a lot of real estate in books like this. And, you know, like I said, if you find one at a yard sale or a thrift store, pick it up and, you know, you could have hundreds of pieces of ephemera just out of one book. And you don't have to spend a lot of money on scrapbook paper when you've got books like this, embroidery books, sewing books, anything with oversized pages. So check out the oversized book page playlist for more ideas on that. And then if you have a book, peruse my tags and journal cards playlist as well. Pockets, you will find hundreds and hundreds of opportunities to create out of just one book. So give it a try, friends. Until next time, friends, I hope that you all will take a little bit of time for yourself, a little time to just be, and we will see you soon. Cheers.